Hi everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins, and today I'm going to give you the easiest way to understand the 5 elements and their colours. Now, when you first start getting into this, it's quite difficult and you have to just memorise them. But I'm going to give you a story to help you get through that without having to memorise everything. So basically, I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Yin Yang, which you can get on Amazon now. Or you can at least order on Amazon now. And it's got all of this in it. So let's explain how we get there. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Chinese philosophy, Chinese culture has the 5 phases, and these are, they move together and they're forms of chi, if you like that move. However, they're associated with directions and they're also associated with colours, among other things. So I'm going to show you now how we remember those. So what you have to do, excuse me, itching, what you have to do is remember back in ancient China. You're there, you're in ancient China, you've come out of your little hut, animal skin hut, and you're one of the ancient Taoists. And you're waking up, your family are waking up, and you're on the plains. Now, when you wake up, you face the sun. Now, normally this means facing south. You would say, oh, you face east. But on the whole, when you look at it from a massive plain in China, everybody knows that throughout the day the sun goes over, so you face south, because by the middle of the day the sun is belting down on your face, your crops are growing, and it's really, really nice. And you never go put a mountain to the front of you, because the mountain just gets in the way of the sunshine. So think about it. Everybody just wait there and think. You wake up, or you're on the plain, there's a coldness, but you look up at the sky and the sun is to the south. So the sun is the colour red. Okay, so, and it is very much a yang element. It's a fire element. So the sun is red, it's made of fire, and you're facing south because the sun is in the south. If you're listening to this in the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite, but China isn't in the southern hemisphere, it's in the northern hemisphere, so I'm afraid this is just the way it is. So we're in the northern hemisphere, we're in China, we get out of our tent, the sun's in the sky, we're looking generally south. Now, and it's red because the sun is red, and the sun is there on fire, so the fire is red and it's there in the south. But if you look to your left, this is where the sun came from. This is the birth of the sun. It comes over the trees. But basically, this is the birth of something. So you remember seeds germinating. And you know that little turquoisey blue-green colour of seeds that are germinating? That's what's happening in the east. It's yang because the sun is bursting in. Its power is on the rise up to midday. We know it's associated with wood because you've got to imagine here that the sun is coming over the tree line on the horizon and the little plants are growing. So ahead of you, you've got the sun. It's red, it's on fire. To the left of you is the morning sun, but it's coming through the green trees and it's making things grow and sprout up. So it's yang and green. So that's in the east. So in the east, we have the new sprouts coming up. The sun is in power of yang going up. So we've got green there on the left and we've got red straight ahead. Now, the sun goes over and it goes to my right hand side. So just think of it now, you've got your left and your right. So ahead of me is the south, it's red, it's fire. To my left is wood, it's east, and it's green growing because the sun is over there rising. On this side, on my right hand side, the sun is dying, it's going down, it's becoming night time. Now this is metal. There's no real way to remember this one or make a little story about it, but basically metal is on the right, and you can remember that by my metal sword is kept in my right hand. Okay, my wooden shield is kept in my left hand. My wooden shield, which is left, of my metal sword, which is right. Now if I polish my metal sword, it becomes white, almost like a sheen of white. So I know the sun is in front of me, it is red, it is on fire. The wood is on my left, it is growing and it is greeny turquoise. My sword in my right hand while the sun is going down is metal, and it's a yin aspect, and it's white because I've polished it. Now, because we want our crops to grow, we plant them in the ground. Now the ground is in the middle. Okay, the ground is in the middle. So basically the soil underneath me is yellowy brown. So ahead of me is the sun. It is red. It is on fire. To my left, the plants are growing. The sun is rising. It is green. To my right, I've got my sword in my hand. It is bright white, and it is a yang element because the sun is dying on this side in the west. So it's associated with west, white over there. But in the middle, it's brown and it's yellow. So it's earth. Now the earth is in the yellow. Sorry, earth is yellow in the middle. Now, behind me are mountains. Why are they behind me? Because I don't want the cold north wind to really hit me. So what I do is I face the south. I've got my farm in the south, and that is all that way. So the sunshine is glorious and it's on me. And behind me, I don't want the cold Arctic winds, so I put a mountain behind me. However, because the rain hits the mountain, the rain comes off the mountain and it is water. It becomes rivers and water flowing down. Now when water is deep, it's not blue, it's black. So you're looking at black water because that is the colour of it. Do not get confused here. I just got confused about the word I should use. Do not get confused. Blue represents greenery and grass because in Chinese culture, because they're actually talking about turquoise, which is greeny blue. So you see it all the time, the greeny blue dragon, the blue dragon, the green dragon. You're like, hold on, is water blue? No, water is black because it's deep. Blue is because it's that turquoisey green. Okay, so the water is running off the mountains behind me and creating really deep black rivers or quarries, filled in quarries, something like that. So let's go through it again. I get out, and I as a human, it's not about looking at it top down from a map, it's from me as a human, ancient Chinese. I look south. In the sky is red fire. So red and south are yang because they're powerful and they're on fire. On the left, on the horizon, all the green shrubs are growing, and it's bursting out of the ground. So it's green and it's yang because it's life. So if you remember your wooden shield, wood, or the woods are on the left, is over there and it's green. So you can even imagine it as I've got a green wooden shield on my left, which is on the east, because we do all this by facing south. We never face any other direction. We face south. So over in there, it's bursting green on my left. Ahead of me is south. It is red and fire. On my right, I've got my metal sword in my hand, and that is polished white. So on my right side, when I face south, it is the west. It is metal, and it is polished white. It is yin because metal is cold and it implies death, and it's a yin aspect. Behind me, I've got the mountains to stop the breeze coming over. But because the mountains are there, the water is rushing down and it's creating really deep black pools. So we have black, we know it's cold, we know it's shadowy. It's a yin element over there. So we've got yang left, yang front, yin right, yin behind. Then we've got earth, which is a mixture of yin-yang. The earth is yellow beneath our feet. It's yellowy brown, and it is a mixture of the two. It is in between all of them, okay? So, if you want to remember the Chinese colours, you know that south is yang, it is red, and it represents the element of qi, which is fire. To the left, to the east, is green. It is yang because it's bursting out from, the ground, and it represents wood in the cycle of the 5 phases. Now, on my right in the west is metal. It is yin, and it is represented by white in the 5 phases. Behind me, it is water because the water comes down the mountain, but it's black. So behind me in the north, remember the north, the mountains are always behind you. To stop that northern Arctic winds, you get black and you get water behind you. And all of this rests on the yellow, crusty, beautiful earth to grow things in. I hope I didn't make any mistakes in that. I might have made a bit of a like yang, yin, yin, but always remember it that way. So you have 2 directions of yang. My left is yang, my nose is yang. On my right is yin, and the back of my head is yin. And all you need to do is remember that, and then you face south, and that's it. And below my feet is a mixture. It's the in-between bit. It does get more complicated than that, especially with the earth. That depends. It can sometimes be yin, sometimes be yang, sometimes mixed. And also, there's, to throw a total spanner in the works, there is another version which is nothing like that, but that's to do with the Chinese 5 elements. There is another version where it's actually alternates yin yang, so it doesn't fit in that system. But there you go, guys. Please, if you enjoyed that, if you like it, get a copy of the book, and it explains all this stuff in it. And please keep up to date with the playlist, which is the yin yang playlist.